Alright, man. Today's video is gonna be about emotional intelligence on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? And on a mental level as well. Shit, just on a metaphysical level, emotional intelligence on a metaphysical level. So, only way I'm gonna be able to tell this story, only way I'm gonna be able to talk about this without my notes and things of that nature, if I'm gonna have to tell you my story. So, first, let me tell you who I am. My name is Kalen, right? So that's who I am. My name is Kalen. I come from what they would like to call melanated beings. I got genes that go back to Africa, thousands of years. I got genes that's native on this land. And my power, I got what they call psychic intuition on a major level. I've been seeing spirits and all kind of shit since I was like, I used to see demons, which I would want to call demons, when I was like 13 years old. When I first started smoking tobacco on everything, I used to be outside and demons used to flash in front of me, straight up. I didn't know what it was. I didn't care. I was 13 walking outside. You know what I'm saying? I used to read the Bible and shed tears out of my eyes. When I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, so look, I want to say this, and this is why, you know what I'm saying? See, with me, it's the gospel. Because that's my truth. That's where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I was in a church. They had me up there reading at 5 years old. 5 years old, could barely read, trying to read the Bible in front of everybody at the church. My grandma, on my daddy's side. My mama, she real spiritual. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, before she was even spiritual, she was already about knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was already tapped in with people. You know what I'm saying? My mama's nickname is Tess. They call her prophetess, just like prophet. A prophetess is a female prophet. My mama's name is Tess, and she was a prophet when she was like my age, at age 30. It's something about the age 30 that's divine. You know what I'm saying? Something about the age 30 that's divine. Jesus Christ was 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And see, when I did the timeline on who I am, I'm just gonna say this. It says it in the Bible. That's how you know that these are prophecy tales, because it says it in the Bible that for 400 years, the descendants of Abraham will be enslaved in an unknown land. Not because they didn't know the land, they didn't know it was their land. Or they did, some of them did know. So, you look at the timeline, King David, I count myself as a descendant of King David. You know what I'm saying? Through the blood. So King David was, you know what I'm saying, a descendant of Abraham. And then it crosses over, you know what I'm saying, to I think the New Testament, or I know that Jesus Christ was a descendant of King David. You feel what I'm saying? So Jesus Christ being a descendant of King David, and King David being a descendant of Abraham, and the Lord told Abraham that for 400 years his descendants would be enslaved in the unknown land. So that means that who's enslaved for 400 years? Us, my people. You know what I'm saying? So, we descendants of King David. We descendants of Jesus Christ. We the blood of Christ. That's what makes us the blood of Christ. That's who I am. I'm the blood of Christ. When you're looking at me, and when you're looking at when I get emotional, my frequency get to rising. When I get to learning, my frequency get to rising. And when my frequency get to rising, I become powerful. I become powerful on a spiritual level that you can't even see. For real. Like I was watching Kevin Gates. This was making me say this because of the bravery and the courage I see that man have when he do these interviews to tell the truth. No matter what people saying, you know, he got a large scale of people that's watching him. He's still telling his truth, of talking his demons, his angels. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I met my guardian angel, my real guardian angel. I seen her in real life, July 1st, 2021. The sun spoke to me directly on this same day. The sun in the sky. I walked in the sunlight, looked at the sun. I was in the same spot I'm in now. Walked in the sunlight, looked at the sun, and I heard a voice in my head say, I give you the power of unconditional love. I promise I can't make this up. That shit right there was the worst shit. It wasn't the worst, but that's why I say this is about emotional intelligence, because I was freaking out. my guardian angel, she spoke to me for so long, and she was so intelligent with her wordplay and everything else that it amazed me. It's like I was undergoing possession, like anxiety, all kind of things. After that, like this shit changed me for good, like for real. It changed me, and then for the past 6 months, I've been trying to find balance within myself and who I am, and trying to just find some clarity about the whole situation and what I remember. And see, your brain, it works like a circle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let some shit up out of there, let some shit up in there. So you gotta let go of all that fake shit and allow all them truths to come in one by one, balancing yourself out. And then when you walking in this world, which I like to call hell, cause heaven and hell is in the mind. So we dwelling in hell. You feel what I'm saying? So when you dwelling in hell, it becomes real hard to rise up to heaven and walk in that light, walk in that truth. You know what I'm saying? When everybody around you is doing the opposite and looking at you wrong, but your whole life was based off of you trying to fit in with somebody, with recognition from others, what other people think about you. I used to have people tell me this shit all the time. They used to say, why you always, this is what people tell me. Hold on. I'm going to back. So I used to have people always tell me, like, why you always worried about what people think about you? And in my mind, I didn't really give a fuck what people think about me, but supposedly I always did. And I realized that even up until this day, I still care about what people think about me, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's not a truth. So I had to overcome this day for day, and doing what my mind tells me to do, the right things it tells me to do. But that's hard. That's real hard to do, because a lot of people aren't as spiritual as me, so they don't go through as many experiences as I go through. So they really have to walk in more faith. You know what I'm saying? Me, I've seen things. I've looked up at the sky and telepathically communicated with a hawk in the sky and told it to swing back around, and it turned around. It was way down. It turned around and flew directly above my head and looked down at me, because I telepathically told it I was gonna give it some meat. And it telepathically told me to eat my hand. I heard this shit. Like, I was like, the fuck? It was weird. It was in the morning too. Something about waking up in the mornings, you know what I'm saying? That reset, that frequency. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, like, when you looking at me, like, I'm an anointed savior, for real. That's what I'm here to do. That's why I'm here to spread these truths, because I am an anointed savior of Jesus Christ. Just like for mythology's sake, Superman was an anointed savior. So I try to say, like, his name was Kal-El, you know what I'm saying? El meaning a God, Kal, K-A-L. I don't know, but it's real similar to my own very name, Kailon, K-A-I-L-O-N. I had a thought come through, told me that this land belonged to me. When I was on my way to the liquor store, do you feel me? It told me that this land belonged to me, and that my name means King Lion. I've never heard this a day in my life. And I heard that shit come through strong and powerful. You know what I'm saying? My frequency was way up. I resonated. It's been times in the middle of the night, I done heard voices tell me, nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit. Straight like that. Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit. I done heard this shit. I done heard my mom tell me I wasn't shit and I wasn't gonna be shit. I done been in front of other people with heavy thoughts coming through. Where I done had to be like, I call myself whining to somebody, right? Like, pity partying myself, my baby. So I called myself pity partying myself one time, right? Then it's like another piece of me, another aspect of me, which was in me, came through like a possession in front of somebody else and said, nigga, shut the fuck up. And I said, matter of fact, this is what it said, nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Then I was like, and they was looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, my bad, bro, I gotta go. I had to go sit in my car. I went to go cry in the car. You feel what I'm saying? I had to go sit in my car and cry. And then let this voice keep talking. It kept talking to me. I'm talking about, it kept telling me, I'm talking about talking to me hardcore, telling me about everything. I remember right after I went through my awakening when I met my guardian angel, which told me her name was Ashley. My guardian angel, she said her name was Ashley. I get to doing a little learning out of shit. I learned about Ishtar. I learned about Inanna. You know what I'm saying? All this shit. She has many names. So back to this, like, it was a night. multiple nights for like a week, like 3, 4 nights in a row. I'm outside at 3 in the morning on my porch, screaming at the top of my lungs so all my neighbors could hear me. And I'm saying, I'm trying to tell everybody about social engineering, media propaganda, what time it is out here to wake the fuck up. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs for about an hour straight, telling everybody to wake the fuck up. Like I'm undergoing a possession. Like an aspect of me couldn't do this. Once they figured it, what the fuck it was really up. Like it was anger. I was mad when I figured it out that I was a mental slave. That slavery never ended. And I thought that I was free. I was a slave, a mental slave. We still ain't free yet. We ain't fully free. But we freeing ourselves. We rising up. So look, these are things that happen to me. So because of these things and because of the deceptions that already overtook me for like 10 years of my life, like when I was 19, I had a real bad pill problem with Phobos, Xanax. How I overcame Xanax was alcohol. It's like I switched it out for the alcohol. 10 years later, I'm still drinking the same alcohol. I only drank one thing, vodka. You know what I'm saying? I had another pill problem when I was young. Up until I was like 25. Matter of fact, from 21 to 25, I had a problem with hydrocodones. I went to state jail. When it came time for me to get out of state jail, I cried then too. Because I didn't want to come back to what I was doing. Matter of fact, I was doing hydros and cocaine. Let me switch that. I was drinking alcohol, doing hydrocodones, and snorting cocaine before I got locked up. I probably was doing coke for like a year or two. So I didn't want to come back out and be doing hydrocodones and cocaine and shit like that. So I made a promise to myself. I'm talking about, I learned about self-care. The whole time I was in there, the whole 6 months, well, I'm going to say, once I hit the unit, I went to Lindsay unit. Once I hit the unit, I'm reading books about self-care. Think and Grow Rich type shit, you know what I'm saying? Books like that. How to be the best version of myself. I sat on my bunk writing. On the top bunk too, so you know what I'm saying? So I don't do that shit, but I don't do that bottom bunk shit. But anyway, I'm on the top, I'm writing every day. I'm writing raps. I'm writing to myself. I'm writing my future down because I didn't want to come back to the same shit. And look, I promise you, everything I wrote down on paper, it happened. I must have had my goals wasn't big enough. Cause I got that shit done in like a month, 2 months. By the time I got out, 2 months later, I had a car. 2 days after I got out, I had a job. You know what I'm saying? That was like my first real job since I was like 21, working for my grandma. So when I realized how spiritual I was and who I really was, which I haven't figured that out that long. It has only been like since July the 1st, since I realized how spiritual I was. I mean, it was on the way. It was like I was tapping in with myself already, but I wasn't there. So once I got there, it's like all these thoughts and feelings overcame me so much I couldn't do nothing but pick up the bottle even more. Drink more, smoke more. I started smoking more cigarettes, and every time I'm thinking about smoking a cigarette, because it's new, it's brand new. I realized that every movie I was watching was basically based off spirituality or some shit like that, to a certain degree. I mean, you can watch a bunch of movies that's gonna talk the Jesus Christ story, or anything. I can look at any movie and catch the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, because I'm tapped in like that. I just watched this movie called Eagle Eye. Supposedly, this evil robot woman, right? And this how they try to talk about the great mother, you know what I'm saying? They try to talk about my guardian angel and shit with this bullshit. So the movie was about a robot, right? Supposedly she was about to kill up a bunch of people and shit because she was gonna sacrifice a whole bunch of people to kill all these politicians and attorney generals and all kind of whoever was in charge. She was trying to remove the power structure. And the one person who had the idea of not doing this one thing that had got innocent people killed, she's gonna make him the new president. So the whole movie, because of emotional intelligence and people just think about themselves and what somebody else wants them to do and not think about what's really going on. Let me see. So the whole movie, they trying to figure out a way to stop that shit from happening. But they not thinking about the bigger picture, which of course we need to kill nobody. But even after that, we need to point some fingers. That's what didn't go down. They didn't point them fingers at them politicians, the president, and all them like, look, if a robot technology can figure out that y'all doing all this and try to end the whole world off of logic, or just try to end y'all off of logic, then maybe y'all need to look at yourself in the mirror and see how y'all gonna change some shit around. That's what the movie really based about. But people think about Eagle Eye, about this evil robot that's trying to destroy the world type shit, and it's not that. It was trying to destroy the power structure that was already in place because it's not in good standing. And see, when you see so many of these movies and different shit that, and all of them tied in with the same concepts and shit like that, just know that God working in mysterious ways. His divine beings working in mysterious ways. Nigga be wrote a whole book and thought that he wrote the book. Spirit wrote that book. You know what I'm saying? Spirit got the truth out there. That's God. God is the truth. But you know what I'm saying? We gotta put it into, you gotta use your imagination to get shit done. To believe. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, if you're about truth, you will prevail. I'll put it like this. Every video on my channel, like I said, I try to debunk myself. I watch them. I watch my own shit looking for falsities amongst myself. And I can't find it. And if I do find it, somehow, some way, if some shit like that happen, the video be got deleted. Before I can even find it, it be got deleted. I been walking the next day and like a thought being said, delete that shit. Real shit. That's how this shit work. So this spirituality shit is real. And it's really, see what they try to, the reason they hide it from us so well, because that's where our power is. Our power is in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like even this right here. This right here, see that right there? That's a black boy with the heart of Superman. You feel what I'm saying? This came to me as a gift from somebody I know. That's like a synchronicity from the universe to deliver something to me. You know what I'm saying? Getting things done. Just like something sent me to go get a pendant with a lion on it. Spirit sent me to the mall that day. I don't care about jewelry like that. I just know you gotta have some gold. Metaphysically speaking, you gotta have gold. Gold is an enhancement to the being. Why you think a lot of us, when we go get gold chains and do all this other shit, it amplifies us. It makes us feel like it gives us confidence. It's an amplifier of the being. You might as well look at yourself like any kind of crystals and all that other shit that come from the earth. You come from the earth. So you can connect the gold with any of them crystals to amplify it, right? You can connect the gold with you to amplify you. That's how that works. And then you can just mix and match. Like I be doing, you know what I'm saying? Just switch it up sometimes. Try new things. Walk in faith. Use your imagination. Walk in truth. You know what I'm saying? So, for everybody that's going through their spiritual journey and you having these different experiences, got you thinking you got you schizophrenia or psychosis or any of that shit, don't trip. And look, you might even run across people that's spiritual and they on your journey with you, but then they might have some kind of way allowed themselves to go back down in vibration. And you won't even understand it. You're like, damn, we was just good the other day, and now they're like a whole other person. Because they couldn't deal with the process. You gotta be strong to deal with this spirituality. A lot of people can't deal with the process. They go back to eating certain meats and certain foods. My spirit is so strong, it won't even allow me to do certain things. I'm constantly looking for some good shit to eat. Like for real, I'm always hungry. For real. And if I try to do something outside of what spirit want me to do, outside of what God want me to do, I undergo possession. Every time. Some form of possession, I'm telling you, because I've been in this and shit, I won't even remember doing it. I won't even remember. So, it's just like, and then on top of that, spirit sends me places to do things. I wound up after that, I wound up with a blue bird in my house. Every other bird I got passed away except for that blue one. That represent the God of choice. What you want, bro? You hungry? Yeah, see, sorry, a baby that can talk. Say it hurt. It hurt. Say it. Say it hurt. Yeah. Nah, like nigga, you better go get my fucking milk. It's in the refrigerator waiting on you, little daddy. Matter of fact, it might not be. I might have to make him some milk. So this video is about to be over with. Cause my little baby ain't feeling it. He like, daddy, stop telling him about the spirit. He said, stop telling them, they don't need to know. You done told them enough. It's over, it's done. End the video, just like that.